Hi, Chef Val here. Today I'm going to teach you how to make brown rice. So I get asked all the time, I want to eat healthy. I don't know what to do. There's so much information out there. I'm confused. My answer for the last 24 years, and it hasn't changed, is the first thing that you need to do, start eating brown rice. It's a simple thing. Before I start, telling you that maybe you should not eat certain things, I'm just going to put this into your diet. It's the first thing that I did when I first changed my diet. Just cook yourself a pot of brown rice. Just start eating brown rice. You will see a change in how you feel and your overall health. And so most of my recipes start with brown rice. So I thought it would be very important to teach you how to make a pot of brown rice. There's many different ways that people teach how to make it. This is how I make it, and I've been making it like this for over 20 years. It comes out perfect every time. So I hope that it comes out perfect for you too. So I am a teacher, and I've been teaching cooking classes since 1997. And I also am the author of 5 cookbooks. And you can find all 5 of those cookbooks on my website, macroval.com. You could also find all the information you need about all the other services that I offer also. So, brown rice. How do you cook it? All right, so it's very simple. And it takes not very much time and prep, but it's really easy. So the first thing you're going to want to do is wash the rice. So get yourself a bowl and a strainer, and you also want your brown rice. We are going to start with 1 cup of short grain brown rice. So my favorite is short grain. I like it because it's nice and sweet and it has a wonderful chewy texture. You could use long grain or medium grain, but please go with organic. You do want organic. So I'm going to start with 1 cup. I'm going to put it in the bowl, and we're going to wash it. Take your water, and just put your water over the brown rice. Yeah, I'm using some bottled purified water. I prefer, the purified water if you can get that. You just wash it around, swish it around with your hand like that. Now, all the loose debris and any dust will float to the top. The rice is pretty darn clean, though. There isn't much floating on the top there. But what you want to do is you want to pour off the excess first. I'm pouring it off so that any, again, debris will come off. And then take your strainer and pour it through the strainer. Now, some people like to wash their rice twice. I usually just wash mine once, but for demonstration purposes, we'll do it again, just for a second time. Let's use the purified water here. All right. Swish it around like so. And you get a good quality organic brown rice. The water is usually pretty darn clean, which is why, once or twice washing the brown rice, you are good to go. All right. So and then you put it in the strainer. Now, why would you choose brown rice over white rice? Well, white rice has no nutritional value, it's empty calories, and it basically is not a healthy whole food. Brown rice, as the name implies, has the beautiful outer hull on it, and it has the fiber, the vitamins, the minerals, the nutrients, all that's in the brown rice. So we want the brown rice. All right, I'm going to move the camera over to the stove so we can continue cooking the brown rice. We have a pot already ready here. All right, so I'm going to take a pot that I have a lid that fits it, and the lid fits in there nice and tight. It's not like a loose fitting lid where a lot of the steam is going to come off. I have a lid that fits pretty tight. It's a nice lid. You are going to put the 1 cup of brown rice in there, like so. And then you are going to put double the amount of water. So that's 1 cup rice, 2 cups water, and you put it in there. And what you want to do is you want to put it on the burner and put it on high. What you want to do is you want to bring the brown rice to a boil. You want it to be at a rapid boil, and that opens up the kernel of the brown rice, starts the cooking process, and makes the rice more digestible. So you let it open boil for just a couple of minutes, and then we're going to reduce it to a lower temperature. Brown rice is full of antioxidants. Antioxidants help fight off diseases. So for instance, really high in vitamin E. Brown rice contains B vitamins. It contains trace minerals, alpha lipic acid. It contains coenzyme Q10, lecithin, and there's something really important and interesting in brown rice. It's called IP6. IP6 has been studied to show that it has anti-cancer properties. So even if you go into a health food store, you could find a bottle of supplement that would say IP6 on it. It would say anti-cancer supplement, and it would say made from brown rice. So you might as well eat the brown rice instead of taking it in supplement form, since it's so delicious and chewy and wonderful. So it's going to take just a couple minutes for the brown rice to come up to a rapid boil. So let me tell you more about brown rice. Brown rice is in a category of food called complex carbohydrates. Complex carbohydrates are the backbone. They are the foundation of the food that we as humans need in order to maintain health and longevity and have energy. Whole grains are high in fiber. The fiber is very important. So the fiber helps flush your body out, helps to maintain a healthy cholesterol level, and that high fiber, again, goes into your digestive tract, and it takes a while to digest. So what it does is it digests glucose very, very slowly into your system. Now, this glucose is very important because the glucose, when it digests slowly, gives you a long, steady flow of energy to last throughout the day, which is why people who eat brown rice as their main source of nutrition have lots of long, steady energy to last throughout the day. Now, the opposite of that would be your simple carbohydrates that have a lot of glucose, and the glucose gets released into your system very fast, and this gives you a spike. This spikes your blood sugar, and then your blood sugar comes down and crashes, and then it spikes, and then it comes down and crashes. So those are simple carbohydrates that would release glucose very quickly into your system. Where whole grains such as brown rice, it's a slow, steady release. This is also very important for your brain because your brain is like a glucose monster. Your brain just wants glucose. I mean, that's what it's fed on. But when you give your brain a slow, steady supply of glucose through brown rice, then you have a happy and healthy brain, as opposed to a spiked glucose from the simple carbohydrates, which we don't want, right? So the brown rice is starting to boil. I can hear it boiling. So just give it a minute, and then I'll turn it to a lower heat, and I'll show you how to do that. So again, back with the complex carbohydrates and the brown rice. This is what gives your body energy. This is so important because we do have a population of many people who are depleted of energy. They don't have energy. They're tired all the time, and they can't understand why. Well, maybe because the average American diet doesn't have any complex carbohydrates such as brown rice in it. We took all these beautiful, wonderful, complex carbohydrates and we refined and processed them. And we took all the vitamins and the minerals and the fiber and the nutrients out of it. And what we have left is empty calories. So we want to get back to the healthy, whole brown rice. Gives you energy, gives you health. I mean, this is whole grains. This is what your body needs. I eat whole grains 3 meals a day, 7 days a week. All right, so it's been boiling for a few minutes. Let me show you what we have going on here on the stove. We have a rapid boil. That is awesome. Now, we're going to take just a pinch of sea salt, put a pinch of sea salt in there, And then I'm going to reduce it to the lowest possible temperature. And I'm also going to move it to this burner back here. And I'm going to use a flame tamer. All right. So the burner back here is at the lowest, that's hot, at the lowest possible temperature. All right, I'm just going to do it. Ooh. Well, make sure you have pot holders handy. Don't do what I just did. All right, so we put this back here on a low temperature, and we put a lid on it like so. This will cook for 1 hour at a low temperature. Now, why did I use that flame tamer? That flame tamer I put in between the pot and the heat because the flame tamer disperses the heat evenly underneath the pot so you don't accidentally scorch the brown rice that you're cooking. So we set the timer for 1 hour and the brown rice will be done. And I'll show you what that looks like in 1 hour.